We have arrived. This is Route 941, brought to you by the world's greatest shoe store, Greenlee Shoe.
This is Dennis. Glad you're riding shotgun with me as we travel our region to find the best in local country music. Brad White's been a fixture in the music community in the St. John area for quite some time. You've probably seen him in your travels, whether it's performing as a solo act, a duo, or with his full band called Whitewater. Pleased to have him with me here tonight. Brad White, welcome to Route 941 on Country 94.
Hey, Dennis Hunt. Long time no see. Glad to be here. How you doing?
I'm good, Brad. Hey, thanks for being with me here tonight. How long has Whitewater actually been together? Let's jump right into that.
You know what? We've been together for about 10 years altogether, but we haven't played in a year.
Hard to believe it's been that long, isn't it?
It's been a long time. I went to the Dominican in March, 1st of March, and that's when everything happened, and we haven't been out since.
So your first album was called Many Roads. That was released back in 2013.
It was?
Yeah. Does it feel like that much time has actually passed by for the band?
It doesn't. It's been a long time, and we've come a long way. You know, we really didn't know what we were doing back then when we did our first album. You know, I think we learned with, every album we rolled out, we learned the process.
You've really got some great guys playing with you in Whitewater. You've got Ryan Massey on bass, Kevin Golding on drums, Brad Trecarton on keyboards, and on lead guitar, Mike Frunton. And what a good fellow he is, too.
Yeah, fabulous guitar player.
How did the band actually come to be?
We were invited to do a weekly jam with Jeff Wisted and Ken Tobias, and we had about 15 guys, and we jammed every Monday night for about 2 years. And Mike Frunton was there. I met Mike Frunton, and we started the band Whitewater from those jams.
Your album Behind the Mask was released in 2017, and I remember the CD release show at the 3 Mile. And man, your band was hot that night.
We had a great time that night. We had a sellout crowd, the good old 3 Mile. Everybody was packed in, and just the energy was high that night.
Now, let's go back to Ken Tobias for just a moment. You had mentioned that he was one of the people instrumental in helping getting the band together from those initial jams. Ken is Canadian music royalty. How did you like working with him?
Ken is just a pro all the way. Just every time he opens his mouth, you can learn so much about the music industry, about songwriting, about music, recording. He's just fabulous.
Isn't it amazing that we have people that talented living in our city? I mean, he's shook the hands of the most important people in music after all.
I've heard many stories from Ken and the biggest names in the industry he's met and worked with, and we could go on all day about it. Fabulous.
You actually did one of Ken's songs on your 2017 album Behind the Mask. Your version of his song Had a Dream is wonderful. The groove is tight, and oh my goodness, those harmonies, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, we were a bit nervous doing it because Ken is so great that we wanted to try to bring it to that level, and we didn't want to change his songwriting or his feel. And I think we did okay. It's not Ken's version, but it's I think we did the best we could.
Well, and you stayed true to the song too, and that's the most important thing. It's songs take on a life of their own, and I think that they're meant to do that. We're just the vessels that kind of convey the message and convey the melody. But if somebody else picks up that same song, it's their interpretation of it. Does that make sense?
It does, and it's a really cool song because it mentions St. John. So the lyric is St. John to Halifax, rode the rail. Yeah, fabulous.
Right on. Now let's talk about songwriting for a second here. When it comes to your own music, do you have a process for writing a song?
I usually write the music first. I get the melody down with one line and sort of break it out from there. So you get a verse and a chorus, and then I usually write the other verses. The music comes first.
So then that gives you a framework to kind of fit the words in, kind of like a puzzle.
Exactly. So, the words come to the feel. What's the song about? What's it feel like it should be about? And we kind of break it out from there.
Everyone's process for writing songs is a little bit different. Do you find that it comes naturally, or do you find that you really have to work at it sometimes?
I can go years with writer's block, and then I can write a song in 15 minutes, that kind of thing.
Isn't it funny how it goes like that?
Yeah, and I mean, some of the songs on Behind the Mask were written over 10 years, right? We just kept tweaking, and some of the songs were actually molded together. They were two different songs.
So you take an A section from one creation, and then take a B section, and then the music itself is what would bind those two pieces together.
Yeah, when you get down to, we need another song or two, let's try to pull bits and pieces, pull something together.
Going back to the CD release party at the 3 Mile, I was just recently watching you guys performing Shores of Home. Great song. And in watching it, I was able to feel all of those same good vibes that I remember feeling from the show that night. And what a wonderful evening it was, because the entire St. John music scene showed up to support Whitewater.
It was fabulous. It was great to have you there. And like you said, the St. John music community really supports each other. We go to each other's shows, and we buy each other's CDs, and it was just a fabulous night that night.
Your latest release is called I'm Coming Home. Tell me about that, Brad.
So I've been working with Paul Milner over at Trillium House Studio in St. John here. Paul did the first 2 albums. His studio was in PEI, and he moved to St. John about 2 years ago, which is a fabulous move, and it's the best move he's ever made, he says, because the talent here is unbelievable. And when COVID hit, we said, let's try a solo album, or let's try maybe a collaboration. So Paul introduced me to a gentleman from Sweden by the name of J.D. Johnson, who was a singer-songwriter, and Paul was doing a lot of mixing overseas with him. He would send the mixes over. Paul would master them and send them back. And Paul said, "Hey, you should get together with her and collaborate on songwriting." That's what we did. He sent some ideas over. I sent some ideas back, and I'm Coming Home came out of it.
It's such a great song with a great message. And what I love about this production too is that it's all local, including the video, except for the parts that were submitted and performed by JD. What a great collaboration.
It is. And in the video, Jasper, Paul and I would send over and say, we need this type of video, and you playing the guitar, and maybe flashes, different flashes from Sweden. And he would send the video over. Within 24 hours, he'd send it right over, and we mixed it together. Actually, Mark Goslin did the video, another local, and he pulled it all together, and Paul mixed the tracks. Jasper sent his tracks over. Mike Fronten is doing some guitar leads on there. And we pulled everything together, and I'm Coming Home came out of it.
Brad White, thanks so much for taking the time to chat with me here on Route 941.
No problem. Thanks, Dennis. Hope to see you out and about.
Likewise. Can't wait to see you guys back out on stage again.
Right on. Take care.
Released as a collaboration piece, here's Brad White of Whitewater with I'm Coming Home on Country 94.
I've been walking down my old street, trying to find my way back home, but I know I'm far from there now. Need to figure out which way to go. And I remember we were happy, but now I'm only feeling blue. I know that I'm coming home to you. I know that I'm coming home to you. Remember all the songs I gave you. Remember when we were so close. I wonder if you look the same now. I can only think of you. And I remember we were happy as we danced beneath the moon. I know that I'm coming home to you. I know that I'm coming home to you. Now I'm standing at the crossroad, and I don't know which way to go. Life for me here is over. If I stay, I'm gonna lose. I remember we were happy. Now I'm only feeling blue. I know that I'm coming home to you. I know that I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you.
Thanks for riding with me as we check our region to find the best in local, original country music. Come back again next week and I'll feature another artist. Route 941 is brought to you by the world's greatest shoe store, Greenlee Shoe and Country 94.